Hi everyone, I am Dr. A. Sedupati, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. I welcome you all in my video lecture series, the topic of building roofs. This is one of the topic from the basic civil and mechanical engineering subject for first year engineering students. So roofs is very essential and important thing of the building. So why we need roofs? In design thinking concept, we are using different type of roofs. In ancient, before 20th centuries, we are using the natural materials only for using the building roofs, like leaves and grain waste materials and some of the wooden materials. And from the natural resources, we are getting from the roof materials. So in that type of roof materials, comparatively, the weak and easily damaged and not protect 100% inside the buildings. So the roof materials will be changed in the day by day. And nowadays we are getting different type of roof materials and different type of roofs and different types of structures we are using for the roofs. So the roofs will be decided for the building which the building will be located. For example, the more rainfall areas, the flat roof will not be able to protect the houses. Due to heavy rain, the water will be stored in the building top surfaces. So the water will be penetrated inside the roof. The inside the roof, the steel materials will be getting corrosion and damage. So which areas we are using the roofs? So which type of roofs used in the areas? In very hot condition areas, we are using a ventilator designed roofs. So the roofs are, what are the functions of the roofs? So what they resist or protects. For definition, a roof is the top covering of a building. So the top area of the building is called roof. And also protects in from weathers, so weather conditions. So the primary functions of the roof is protecting from rain, sun rays, and wind blows and snow. So these all different areas. For rainfall areas, they protect from the rains. In equator areas, they protect from the sun rays. In some other areas, the wind nearly the seashore areas, the wind blowing strongly, so it will be protect from the winds. And in the north or south pole areas, the snowfall will be very heavy. So in that areas, they're protecting from the snows. So different geological areas, different types of roofs we are used to cover the buildings. Then most important one is thermal insulation. So this is the very important in buildings and also aesthetic appearance. So the aesthetic is the different geometrical shapes and looking good and very pretty. So these type of roofs we are using in the buildings. So this is the definition of roof and what are the functions of the roofs. So this picture clearly established the functions of the roofs. So protecting from weathers, So the rainfall and sunlights, wind, snowfall, and thermal resistance. So these are all called the weathers. So the roof will be protect the building inside areas from these type of weather factors. And another one is structural supports. So we are using wood materials or steel materials for structural works. So after that, the roof sheets will be placed on the structural areas. So the structural areas will be protected from the environmental factors like rain, sunlight, and wind. So if we have not covered with the roof material, what happened the structural supports? It will be affected from the rains and sunlight, wind. In few days, it will be getting corrosion, damage, and the support material will be broken or damaged. So the roof material is very important to protect the structural supports. Then insulation from the thermal. Thermal means the sun rays. The sun rays is fully not penetrated inside the buildings. If the sunlight directly hit on the building, what happens? The building walls and the structural materials also damaged due to huge amount of heat will be transferred from the sunlight. So this thermal insulation, the thermal conductivity resisted by the roofs using in the houses or buildings. Then another one is aesthetic appeals. So this is for the look. So what type of roof we are using and what colors we are using and what designs, geometrical shapes for looking pretty roofs. So the aesthetic is the very important for looking a good view of the roofs. So this is the functions of roofs we are using in the building materials. Building areas. So the outside of the building areas also affected by the weather conditions, but the inside of the building will not be affected due to the roof. The roof will be resist to the weather factors and all other environmental factors. I hope you understand what is roof and what are the functions of the roofs we are used in the building material, buildings. Thank you.